The people of God around the world, in the church, have a desperate need today for a new generation of priests, of brothers, of nuns, to lead the people of God in holiness, in wisdom, in virtue. All of us have to plead to God the Father that such a generation will rise up. Our very souls depend on it, and the soul of humanity. What type of priest, brother, nun do we need today? Well, we first need them to be prophetic, like Amos. Amos was run out of town, chased out of Bethel. Why? Because he preached for the poor, the weak, the widow, the orphan. Those people who were being oppressed at every turn. We need to hear the cry of the poor, like Mother Teresa of Calcutta, and be with them in their suffering and sorrow. That is one of the elements that are going to be needed for the priest and religious of today and tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. We have to plead with God to send such consecrated people into our midst. What's the next element? General wisdom, as outlined in Ephesians. We have to be wiser tomorrow than we are today. And the priest and religious that enter the church around the world have to understand the world, but understand the gospel truths even more. Their minds and their hearts have to be the mind and heart of Christ. And what's that like? Well, we see it clearly in today's gospel passage. He calls his 12 apostles together and sends them out 2 by 2. And he gives them control over unclean spirits. Another element that we need in the priest and religious of today and tomorrow is the element of purity of mind, heart, and soul. And in order to obtain that, all of us have to have a humble spirit, saying, Lord, have mercy on me. Christ, have mercy on me. Lord, have mercy on me. The devils in hell flee before such individuals that go out into the world preaching the gospel. Another element of the holiness of the priest, the religious of today and tomorrow, has to be simplicity of life. Jesus sends them out with the clothes on their back, but rich in the knowledge of the things of God. We need priests and religious who will live lives of simplicity, dedication, for all those in need. And then they'll be able to bring the healing to the world which is so desperately needed on multiple levels. They'll be witnesses that we are not standing alone, but God is in our midst. Many of you viewing might say, well, I have so many things to pray for, my family, my friends, my relatives, and that's all true, and the Lord knows those needs. But your family, your friends, your relatives need to be inspired by inspiring priests, nuns, brothers, monks. And you have to think, ultimately, what is the greatest need for those I love? And that's the need for Christ. And perhaps you could pray that a member of your own family, a son, a daughter, a grandson, a great-grandson, or granddaughter, will hear the word of God, take it to heart, and follow the path of poverty, chastity, and obedience in the consecrated service of God's people. And what a blessing that would be for you and for all the people of God.